Namaste, I'm the Queen of Cups Montreal. This week's reading features the Moonology Oracle deck and will help you identify draining areas in your life and features tips on how to remedy them. At this point, I invite you to pick the deck or crystal which resonates strongest for you. In the video description, you will find links for my spiritual services, my Etsy store for healing crystals, and my social media. You will also find timestamps for your chosen reading, which you can use to navigate the video. Thank you for joining me. Please like and share. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell for notifications on future readings. As always, love all and harm none. This includes yourself. Namaste, Carnelian group. Thank you so much for joining me. As I mentioned in the introduction, this reading is all about energy draining. If you're feeling fatigued or drained, it could be because we're getting less sun throughout the day, but there can also be little energy zappers or energy vampires that you're surrounded with. And it's important as summer turns to fall that we do make the most of the energy we do have. So position number one is, what is draining you? How are you feeling drained? What is it that's leaving you feeling drained? Here we have the new moon eclipse. So I feel like for you, it's time for a big change, Carnelian group. Perhaps you're getting stuck in the doldrums. So sometimes that can be very draining. So what is draining you? The fact that it's time to switch things up, change things up in your relationships, career. You just need a change in life. And that happens to the best of us. What is the root cause, or what is the root issue of needing this change? What is the basis to it? And here we have the fixed moon. So I feel like it's about getting one idea or having an idea that you've been holding on to a long time and seeing it through to fruition. I feel like sometimes when there's a lot of different things going on, sometimes we can't focus on one thing, our main passion or our main goals, because we have to put out a bunch of little fires. So the root cause of this is that you have an idea or a desire or a goal that you're not fully able to realize because you're jumping from thing to thing. So what change are you expecting? To be able to hold your energy, hold space, and manifest the things that you desire. Position number 3 is, what can you do to stop this energy drain? I think we which is usually my tendency, but what else can you do to kind of stop this energy drain that you're experiencing? And here we have it. It says here, it's time to release negativity. So it's all about letting go of that stagnant energy, the auric discharge, the cloudiness in your chakra. It's about letting go of negativity, maybe negative people or negative circumstances. So let go. What can you release is the question you should be asking yourself. Position number 4 is, how can you replenish your energy? What can you do to give yourself a nice boost this week in order to feel renewed and refreshed? This is a full moon in Leo, so maybe it's time to nurture yourself, take time for yourself, make yourself a priority. I feel like with the full moon in Leo, it's about illuminating yourself, celebrating your gifts, and celebrating yourself. It's about confidence and strength and empowerment. And the more you celebrate yourself and how wonderful and magical you are, the more you'll feel your energy is replenished. Position number 5 is, how do you protect your energy once you get it replenished, once you get it feeling robust and strong? This fell out of the deck. So here we have the full moon eclipse, and I feel like it's about pulling back a little bit. It's about I don't want to say being guarded, because now that we're in Scorpio season, you have to be careful with like being guarded or too secretive or reclusive, but it's about holding a little bit back for you. I feel like Carnelian group, you're a giver. You like to put yourself out there, give all of yourself. And I see this here in that you're not taking time for your own goals. So I feel like it's about holding a little bit back, saving something for yourself instead of giving it all away and leaving it all on the table. So I'm going to summarize, Carnelian group. What is draining you? The fact that you need change. And you need change in order to be able to see some ideas, tasks, goals, or self-improvement projects to fruition. How can you stop focusing on many little things and neglecting yourself? Release negativity. It's about releasing darkness, doing your shadow work, cord cutting, chakra cleansing, whatever you need to do to release the stagnant energy. How do you replenish your energy? Celebrate yourself. Full moon in Leo. Celebrate how awesome and terrific you are. And finally, how do you protect your energy now? Hold a little bit back for yourself. You can still shine bright and leave a little reserve for yourself at the end of the day or the beginning of the day to nurture yourself and celebrate yourself, as we discussed. So, what crystal can we have here? I want you to get some black tourmaline, some red jasper, something for the earth or root chakra. And the reason for that is I want you to be able to release and cleanse this negativity. I want you to feel strong, empowered, and grounded. And I want you to be able to steady yourself and be a little bit more consistent towards your ends and towards your means to accomplish what you need to. Because I feel like with this reading, you're taking care of everybody and you're last on the list. You guys, with every reading, I send out a little love and light and namaste energy. I sincerely hope you received it today, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Namaste, Hematite group. Thank you so much for joining me. As I mentioned in the introduction, this reading is all about energy drainers, energy vampires, people, places, or things that drain you, and how to better protect your energy and replenish your energy going forward. So position number 1 is, what is it that's draining you? It could be a person, a circumstance, a mindset. I feel like you're waiting on others or you're relying on others to get something done when it's really, in effect, you could get it done. Here we have the cardinal moon, and I feel like it's about striking out on your own and getting things done that need to get done. Now, you may say, that sounds like it'll take more energy, but sometimes we lose a lot of energy in our stagnation with stagnant energy or stalled energy. So keep that in mind. All right, position number 2 is, what is the root cause? So in what area do you need to be bold, make a move, strike out, take action? This is the disseminating moon, so I feel like it's an interesting thing because it's saying take time to breathe out. So perhaps you're looking for somebody to say, you know what, Hematite group, take a step back. I got this. I got you. I'll take care of things. And they're not doing that. They're not stepping up to the plate the way you need them to and taking the reins so that you can have a little rest. So I feel like, be bold. When it says be bold to make the first move, maybe it's about you stepping out and saying, I need a rest. You take the reins instead of waiting for this person to do that. And here we have position number 3. What can I do to stop this? What can you do to stop this cycle of, please tell me that you got this. I need a break. You know, what can you do to break the chains and step out and get the help you need or the support you need? Sometimes we don't get the support we need because we can't ask. And I feel like here we have the full moon in Aries. So once again, this is a reiteration of the message. Tarot will do that sometimes. It's about going out there and making it plain to somebody. I need this. I need you to be more responsible or to support me in this area. I feel like it's up to you to save your energy and conserve your energy by letting those who you need support from, just letting them know. And it doesn't have to be a negative thing. It can just be like, hey, you know, I love you, or I care about you, or to a colleague, thank you, but I need you to help me carry this burden. Or if it's somebody you love, a family member, you can say, I need you to carry this burden for the time being. So it doesn't, in any given situation, there's always a way that you can let somebody know, hey, I need support here. How can you replenish your energy? I think it's kind of coming clear now what we're dealing with, but let's see if Spirit has another message for you. Here we have the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. So I do feel like it's about going within, finding your patience, finding your strength, finding your ability to stand strong and to stand full and to just be still and say like, okay, I'm grounded in this energy and I'm willing to actually let go, to release, and to let somebody take the reins. It's hard because sometimes that's the most driven thing we can do. The most action-oriented thing we can do is stand still. And I'll clarify that. It's like saying the more we're able to claim our right to be still, the more we're able to claim that we are worthy of just being still and letting the process play out. In this case, letting somebody come to your help once you make it clear that you need it, the better we are. So in fact, your challenge is just to let somebody take the reins once you let them know, I need you to take the reins. It sounds like you're a go-getter and you like to get things done, and it's hard for you to just step back. Position number 5, how do you protect your energy? And here we have the full moon in Sagittarius, and I feel like once again it's telling you to get a higher perspective, step back, get a higher perspective, get a more balanced perspective, and be able to, yes, it's a fire sign, but I also feel like it's interesting because, and I was just talking about this, fire can be destructive, but it also can consecrate, can bless, can make for new beginnings. So this is the fire. The fiery climax here is when you say, I need help. And then just let the fire burn and cleanse the negativity away. Also, let yourself have a higher perspective and share that higher perspective with people. I need this because I'm worthy of this because, not that you have to explain your worth to anybody, but I feel like sometimes it's not just about I need a nap. It's about I need this long-term support to keep me going forward. We have to do this as a team, be it at work or in family or in a relationship. So let me clarify, let me summarize. What is draining you? I feel what is draining you is the fact that you have to go out and you have to be active in something and actively pursue something. Now, what is it you need to actively pursue? Letting those around you, be it colleagues, co-workers, romantic partners, family, friends, that you need to take time for yourself. How do you do this? How do you go forward and stop this energy drain? As I said, going forward and telling somebody in plain words, this is what I need. This is what I need to go forward. This is what I need to be able to be strong. Now, how do you replenish your energy? I feel like let the past be the past. Stand strong in your ability to let someone take the reins for you every now and then. Be able to share your burden and not have to take it all on yourself. And how do you protect your energy? Take a look at the higher perspective, not only for yourself, but share it with others. If they can continue to support you and continue to help you carry your burden and share the burden, then your relationships will improve, your mutual work together will improve, your love will improve, your family will improve, whatever the context of the relationship. Look at the higher perspective. This is a long-term thing, I think, that you need to instill in your life, of not taking on all the burden by yourself. You guys, I think this is really clear. I think you have all the determination and the will, Hematite group. So Hematite is a very apt stone for you, but I feel like what you're missing is a little self-love. You deserve to take a break. You deserve to have time to yourself. And so I recommend for you heart chakra crystals. That's rose quartz that I just showed you. Unakite. You can even get some malachite or Amazonite. These are all crystals that radiate in the heart chakra and will help you show yourself some compassion and some empathy. You guys, with every reading, I send out a little love and light and namaste energy. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you received it, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Namaste, Obsidian group. Thank you so much for joining me. As I mentioned in the introduction, this reading is all about identifying energy drainers, be it people, circumstances, or mindsets, and being able to weed them out so that you can replenish your energy and protect it better in the future. So, position number 1 represents what is the aspect, the element that is actually draining you. What part of your life is draining to you, is making you feel a little bit worn down and worn out. And I was just talking about this to my Hematite group. Sometimes being stagnant is in fact what drains us. So here we have the new moon in Aries. It's about a new, fresh start where you're action oriented, where you're taking charge, and where you're a little bit more going for it, movement. You're needing movement, or like swirling waters, shifting airs. You're needing a little bit of action in your life. And as I mentioned in the last reading, this doesn't, even though it may sound a little bit more draining to do more, stagnant energy can be a real energy drainer. What is the root cause? What do you need to take action? What is there that you need to pursue and go head first into and really immerse yourself in? That's interesting. So it's full moon in Pisces. There's a deeply spiritual energy here. It's about balance. It's about flowing with spiritual waters and diving deep into emotional waters. So the root cause is perhaps you're lacking a little bit of nurturing for yourself spiritually and emotionally, all that water energy. So I do feel like take action and get serious about your spirituality. This could be a meditation plan or a breath work that you do regularly throughout the day. Whatever it is, you have to get serious and action oriented about your spirituality and your emotional wellness. So how can you do that? How can you, position number 3 is actually what can you do to stop this energy drain, but given position number 2, I feel it's more about how can you bring yourself into balance spiritually and with the everyday. So pushing it forward, making pragmatic changes towards your spiritual life. Once again, this is a similar energy, even though it's an earth sign. So full moon in Pisces was about the spiritual aspect, and full moon in Taurus is about the practical. So once again, it's about making practical plans towards spiritual growth, spiritual endeavors, spiritual pursuits. So I feel like even though it's spiritual and it feels a little bit airy and ethereal, it's about getting serious about it, getting stuck in, and making a practical plan that you can follow that's reasonable for your life. And oftentimes I tell people you don't have to meditate for 30 minutes a day. If you can, great. But if you can literally get in 5 minutes before the kids are up, or 10 minutes during your lunch break at your desk, then that's great. That's an improvement from 0. What can you do to replenish your energy? This is new moon in Gemini, so I feel like it's about cleansing your mind, creating that mental space, communicating with spirit, communicating your needs to others, like I need this space to do that, and a lot of throat chakra energy. So it's about honoring that energy within yourself to say, this is what who I authentically am, and honoring your integrity when you say, this is what I'm going to do for myself. It's an issue of integrity and truth and honesty, not only about your expectations from yourself, but following through on the promises you make yourself. So Gemini is definitely the communication energy, and it's about being able to have good communication, integrity, truth, honesty about what you're doing, what your goals are, what you're dedicating, how much time you're dedicating to yourself, and so on. So just be honest, be open about it, be honest, be keen, have your mind clear. How can you protect your energy, Obsidian group? This is the mutable moon. So I feel like to protect your energy, it's a little bit about going with the spiritual flow, with the energy. When spirit calls you in and says, we need to do this, as it's doing through this reading, it's about saying, okay, I need to do this. It's about honoring those spiritual voices. It's about honoring that spiritual calling. It's about saying, and you can be in a very pragmatic profession and still have a spiritual calling. We all have a spiritual calling, and that's to align ourselves with our higher selves and our higher purpose. So this is about going with the flow and knowing that you can create a plan for your spirituality that will suit you and change it and develop it as your needs change and grow, but you just need to get serious about it. So you guys, I'm going to summarize for you. What is draining you? The fact that you need to take action and get a little bit more driven about something. What is that something? It's your spirituality. It's balancing spirituality with practicality. It's bringing that spiritual component into your life. How can you do this? It's kind of a repeat message from spirit, because tarot likes to do that sometimes. It's about honoring your spirituality through a practical plan, schedule, regimen, however you can manage to do it. It's about being very organized and logical about your spiritual needs. How can you replenish your energy? Communicate with spirit. Communicate your truth with yourself and communicate to those around you about what is needed. Be able to be open-minded, clear, and intelligent and intellectual about what it is you expect from yourself and what it is you hope to achieve. And then finally, how do you protect your energy? It's about knowing that this plan that you're coming up with has to ebb and flow. As much as we're talking about making it concrete, it has to ebb and flow with your needs and what you need and how much you need. It might change. This week you might need a little bit more. Next week you might not have the time. So it's about having a concrete plan but being able to flow with it. So I feel like you have a very spiritual calling this after this reading, Obsidian group. So I want you to get some moonstone. I feel like that helps channel source energy. You can also do amethyst. So for me, I feel like your crown chakra needs a little TLC. Selenite, moonstone, amethyst, whatever gets you connected to that higher source. And that's a great source of energy if you feel like you're lacking it. You guys, with every reading, I send out a little love and light and namaste energy. I sincerely hope you received it today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Namaste, guys.